What's Cooking is about two different couples, and so it's how they spend an evening at a restaurant.
How much did it come to?
Not too bad, to be fair. But your house special stew and wine was going to force me to sell a kidney at some stage.
We have a restaurant theme setting in America. We have several characters who come in on a rainy day to escape the rain. As the evening goes on, more about their past becomes unveiled. They become more comfortable discussing personal information in a group setting.
It's about a group of people who otherwise would never really interact with each other, but they're put in the situation where they're kind of forced to, and everyone's really kind of outside of their comfort zone. It does kind of make it almost funny to watch, because you do know that like none of these people maybe get on or like interact well together, but they're forced to just sit with each other.
We use the freshest tomato in a can around these parts. Have it delivered every morning by the kilo.
I think it's about sort of exploring like relationships in general, like how a relationship can seem like one thing when actually people in it can be feeling two different things, and there's a conflict there. Whether that's immediately apparent or not remains to be seen.
Roger and Kate are a couple.
Yep.
Who are pretty normal. You know, they're the ones that you can relate to in the show, unlike a lot of the other characters. They've gotten to a stage where they're pretty comfortable with each other. They're sort of past the honeymoon stage, and they're having some problems.
You remember that time we went to Florida Keys and rented that boat?
You always bring this up. It's like the one time we actually travelled. No matter what you keep saying about that trip, I enjoyed it.
I nearly drowned that time, Kate.
You fell off the boat. You were wearing a life vest.
I can't swim, and you know that.
Roger is kind of a simple guy in what he wants from life. He's not really a big dreamer, a big go-getter.
And Kate's basically the opposite, because that's where the tension arises, because she's pretty bored with their life.
Annie's quite she's a challenge to play actually, because she's a very confident character, and she's very sure in what she thinks she wants, and she's very ambitious in the fact she'll go after what she wants, and she won't let anything stand in her way.
You have your way with men.
Well, I certainly had it with you.
Nah, that was different. I let you have your way.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Means exactly that. If I didn't want you, I would be sitting here right now. I let you have your moments of control.
I'd say Bill is not quite as clever as Annie. He's a bit more of like an in-the-moment guy, a bit airy, but he's very in love with Annie. So he lets a lot of that drive him and his decisions, and maybe lets himself get dragged along a bit. Definitely say that he's not the one who wears the pants in the relationship.
How would it be easier to tell you where we haven't been? Tell him, Billy.
We've been everywhere, from the East Coast down to the South and back to the Midwest.
We've even been north of the border.
Particularly for Kate and Roger, the idea of missed opportunities is something big, because they've been together for so long, and because Roger wants to keep things very simple and Kate wants to be having adventures and things. I guess for them, really, the idea that they may have missed their chance to do that, at least for Kate in particular, is a really big facet of her character.
A lot of the time people do say things about themselves that aren't actually true, and just how first impressions can be quite deceiving, and like you could know someone for a really long time and then realize you don't actually know them that well at all.
It's essentially a play about being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and it should get people to think about the opportunities they're given.
I think people should come and see the play because it's an insight into relationships and into how different relationships can function, and sort of how people play different roles within relationships.
Yeah, like they're very normal, believable characters, and a lot of the issues that are brought up are things that you might kind of recognise from your own life or from seeing relationships around you, but maybe the way that they escalate isn't going to be so familiar.